Well, in one word, poibrešené to je migdalo, lighthouse. Co je to po česky?
Maják.
Maják. In one sentence, ידיד גדול של ישראל, great friend of Israel, velký přítel Izraela. And to try to describe a person that, of course, I haven't met personally, it's a much challenging, but also a simple task. A year ago, no, half a year ago, April, exactly in this place, we had a seminar which was dedicated to the fact that 25 years ago, a great man by name of Václav Havel decided and led Czechoslovakia at that time to the very natural process. But I think even at that time it wasn't obvious of the renewal of the diplomatic relations with the State of Israel. He was also the first leader from the ex-communist bloc to visit Israel. I think Michael can share with you his personal impressions, and it is great that we are doing this recording in this place dedicated to the heritage of Havel in the library, and Michael, who worked so many years with Havel, late Havel, is heading this place now. For me personally, on a kind of funny note, I can tell you, I had to prepare homework once. It was something like five, six years ago. I was a student in the National Defense College of Israel, which is a special institute for high-ranking officers and some civil service civilians. And I think it's also a great thing to recall that on top of a lot of military and political thinkers, the heritage of Havel was studied there. We had to analyze one of his important pieces and one of his important articles there. And we had a discussion. It took place actually in Haifa University with Professor Gabi Bendel. And the power of the powerless was thoroughly discussed for half a day. So otherwise, to finish this point, we will be finishing this event of 25 years, and I think Havel's name should be commemorated in Israel much beyond, because, you know, so people who work with him, people in our profession, definitely people in Czech Republic know perfectly well who was Havel and what was his contribution. As I mentioned, for me it's like a lighthouse. Two things I would like to say. I really feel that I did my best, and together with Czech colleagues and a lot of Israeli colleagues who were involved, some projects took place this year in Israel successfully to commemorate the name of Havel. It started with a square on his name in Haifa. It continued with very nice ceremony in Jerusalem. There is a garden named after Václav Havel. And Tel Aviv University has this famous bench nowadays. So I think, in a sense, if there are two great names connected to this joint heritage of Czech and Jewish people and State of Israel particularly, one name very famous is of course Masaryk, which is widely commemorized, and he served the same role, I would say, at those historical days. And nowadays it's also very much Václav Havel. And I'll finish maybe with a short sentence in Hebrew. When Havel passed away, there was a special session, commemorative session in the Israeli Knesset, in the Israeli parliament. And a lot of sad and important things were mentioned, but one Israeli politician who was a good friend of Havel made, I think, a statement that I'm keeping, and I'll read a short sentence in Hebrew with short translation. Havel was many things altogether. הוא היה הרבה דברים בעת ובעונה אחת. סופר, פילוסוף, מלך ונשיא. He was many things together. He was a writer, playwright, he was a philosopher, he was a king, and he was a president. זו אבידה לעולם כולו. It's a great loss to the whole world, to the Czech people, to the Western civilization, and to the values of the human freedom. Yehi zichro baruch. I have also to mention that in whatever Havel felt regarding state of Israel and the challenges he's facing, he was very open as a friend. Till his last day, he was in a group of politicians that were called Friends of Israel Initiative. But he was also critical. He tried to do his best. I think in his first visit to Israel, he already was asking how we can be Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia can be helpful in bringing peace to the Middle East. So we'll remember, of course, very much this heritage of him.